Good morning. What a beautiful day. It is January the 13th. It is 8:40 a.m. and I am excited this morning to share with you a few things. I want to do some tips and tricks for meditation because I woke up feeling a little bit heavy this morning. I was super light and excited, and I still am feeling the high of the retreat. And to the women who accompanied me on the retreat these last few days, I am eternally grateful for the courage and just your presence and showing up and willing to do healing work because it's not easy. Sometimes it's not fun, although the retreat was fun. We had a good time. There's work to be done. And so I come to you this morning with a card reading, some tips and tricks around meditation, because when I woke up this morning, I felt that heaviness of just kind of probably the mixture of the excitement from and the high from the retreat, and then also just coming back to life. And not that I'm not excited about coming back to my life, it's great. It's just there was a little bit of heaviness, a little bit of sadness. So I did some meditation, and for those who maybe it doesn't come as easily for you, I really encourage you to do visualization. The act of meditation and trying to just clear everything away can feel like a real uphill battle, a real struggle. But we can visualize, and what I did this morning was I visualized, I placed a bolster underneath my heart chakra on my back, and I laid with my arms extended to open up my heart chakra to really physically, but also metaphorically and spiritually open up that space within me. And what I did was I just pictured my heart getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger until it just took up all the space that was around me. What I also did was, because thoughts were racing, I've got a lot to do today. I'm sure some of you might be able to relate, but I've got a lot to do today. And I wanted to let go of some of those racing thoughts. And so what I did was I put my to-do list in my hand visually, put my to-do list in my hand, and I kind of crumpled it up. So I had my hand in a ball, in a fist. And then I pictured just opening up my hands and letting the to-do list crumpled up fall away from me. Knowing that I can pick it up later, knowing that those things will come back to me. Of course, they're going to come back to me. They're always looming. But for those moments, I let them go. And they were gone for those few moments. Meditation is not an easy fix, or there's not quick, usually there's not quick results or quick instant fixes, instant gratification. I had to let go of my to-do list probably 4 times. I also, one of my favorite techniques of mindfulness and meditation is when your thoughts are racing, you can place the visualization of whatever those thoughts are onto a leaf. You can place that leaf into this really sweet little babbling brook, little creek, and you watch your leaf flow down the creek, down the babbling brook, away from you until you can no longer see it. And I'll be darned if it doesn't work. I don't know how it works. I don't know why it works. It's kind of like electricity. I'm sure someone can explain it, but I just flip the switch and trust that something's going to happen. That's what I do with meditation. I show up and trust that something's going to happen. So I'm also going to trust that something's going to happen with these cards. So if you are listening, get into a quiet space. Doesn't matter when you listen to this. Time is a man-made construct, and I can't talk about quantum physics, but I know people who can, and time is not real. So it doesn't matter when you're hearing this, the message can be for you in the moment that it hits your ears and that it hits your heart. So I'm going to draw from the top. I'm welcoming in your spirit guides too. Answer the call. Oh. Okay, so I am reading from the Work Your Light Oracle deck. Answer the call. Answer the call. Oh my How many people in my life need to just, like, the phone's ringing, pick it up, answer the call. You are not called to play small. You are not called to do mediocre and minuscule things. We were called to live much bigger, much brighter, much more impactful lives. And so many of us, myself included, because I have gone periods of time where I did not answer the call. I was on another phone call and I just kept ignoring it. But this card says at the bottom, what is your soul calling you to do? And unless we pause and really allow for that message to come through, we'll just stay on the phone. Almost like we're staying on hold. Like with the background music, it's like terrible, but we just stay. Oh, that's a really good analogy. I didn't come up, I mean, I did, but like my spirit guys helped me come up with that. Okay, so answer the call. Let's see what the message is. This is going to be found on page 36 of this book, in case that means anything to you. What is your soul calling you to do? Your guidance is divinely guided. You are being called to answer the call of your soul. It might be scary. It might not make sense. But if you trust your soul's yearnings, you will live a life beyond what your mind could possibly imagine. Answering your soul's calling is not a one-time thing, rather a lifelong dance. A dance like a tango. Deep down, you already know what you long for, what your soul yearns for. Whatever you are called to do, that is your calling. Don't overthink it. Don't wait for permission. Just say yes. Most people are waiting for a step-by-step plan before they take the first step, but intuition doesn't work like that. It takes faith and courage to answer the calls of your soul, and that's why most people don't do it. It takes faith and courage to answer the calls of your soul, and that's why most people don't do it. But you, my friend, are not most people. You are in exactly the right place to answer your calling now. You don't need to know the whole plan. You don't even need to know where it is leading. You just need to take this next step. No one has ever had the complete perfect plan. There is no end destination. There is no right or wrong way to do it. And you do not need permission from anyone else. Sometimes the more resistance we have around answering a soul calling, the more important it is to our soul's growth. What is your soul calling you to do? What is that? Maybe it's a gentle tug, right? Like a gentle tug of, I'm being pulled in a direction, but I can't quite figure it out yet. And so as soon as I figure it out, then I'll go in that direction. Maybe it's a real like force and you've been ignoring it. And maybe you're starting to get sick because you've been ignoring and living in misalignment for too long. That's part of my story. And we don't have to do that. We don't have to follow the rules, all the rules that everyone says. You got to have a plan. You got to know what the next thing is and an end destination and what's the goal. And you don't need that. What you need is to pick up the freaking phone and answer the call. So if this resonates with you and you want to do a deeper reading that's just for you personally, individually, let me know. There was a ton of messages coming through and I'm a little long on my time, so I'm going to save it in case I'm going to wait for you all to ask for it. And that's part of my human design. I respond to the things that are out there, not necessarily always initiating or creating those opportunities. And so if you want to learn more about human design and your strategy and authority, I would love to walk through that with you as well, because there's just so much to learn. And who doesn't want to learn a little bit more about themselves to make their lives a little bit more rich? All right, love and light. Answer the phone. It's ringing. Go now. Don't delay. And I'll see you back here soon.